Hello, my name is Coach Butler, and today we're going to talk about style screen, running back style screen, to be precise. There's lots of variations of screens that you do and that we've run over the years, including tunnel screens and inside screens and middle screens for running backs and bubbles and stuff. But today we're going to focus on um, running back style screen. Not everybody likes it, but it's always been a personal favourite of mine, and it's always given us a bit of leg room and a bit of yardage when we've needed it and when we've timed it right. Um, we'll talk about the play itself. I've got a couple of clips to show you as well from different times that we've run it. Um, for me, the play's evolved over the years, and we'll talk about the little bits of evolution that it's gone through, and the place is where it's actually going to next. But obviously, with COVID, we didn't get a chance to evolve even more. So we'll talk about what we've done and what we did, and then put some clips up. We'll start with our receivers. So in the past, when I first started running this play, every receiver we just run off. We just run off and turn our guys. We'd ask them to just run off and make them chase their man. And of course, over time, that's changed, and we now ask our receivers to store block and eventually engage once the play gets there. So they're taking somebody and keeping them occupied all they're going to throw. Because if he has left them, they could come back around and try and make a play. But when it first started, we ran them off, and now we're asking them to store block them. Okay, I'll remove this one because this is where the play's involved a bit more. We'll talk about that in a bit. Okay. Um, for me, the running back, if the play's going right, the running back will be on the right hand side, so it will be play side right now. So if you split this down the middle, this will be the place. This will be the centre, and the play side guard, the play side tackle, and this will be the backside guard, backside tackle. If you were two back, it would depend on which way you wanted to move it, but we'll talk about that in a little minute. So for now, we'll say that we are the Irish to the right hand side, the play's going to the right. These are play side, and these are backside. Now, when we call this play, our backside tackle and our backside guard, they just do vertical set, one step vertical set, and they lock up. They lock that side up. Okay. Now we ask our play side tackle to literally just show the defensive end the outside, like he's been beat, like he's got him on the outside. Let him be beat. Okay. We ask our tackle to show the D end the outside. We want him to think that he can get around him and pressure the quarterback. That's what we want him to do and succeed in doing. Okay, so technically, we want our tackle to drop and follow that the end round. Okay, when he does that, he literally creates a lane. You can see that funnel there. He creates that lane. So on the snap, our running back would go into fake pass pro. So he would step up into pass pro, like he was pass proing, looking to block. Our centre and our play side guard in their heads would count to 1,000, 2,000, whatever we said we wanted to be. Use the 1,000, 2,000 because it gives that delay. There's better ways you can do it. That's just that way that we taught it, and it's stuck, and we haven't changed it. So in this example, our running back is going on the snap is going to step forward into fake pass pro, and he won't move until the centre and the guard go. Okay, so he's literally waiting for them. In the past, we've had them all counting 1,000, 2,000, but sometimes the back would go before the line and vice versa. So it was a bit of a mess. So in the end, we decided just to take it and let the line dictate, the running back follow. So once they count to 1,000, 2,000, or whatever their chosen thing is, our, our guard and our centre are going to pull out, okay? And they're going to go horizontally, okay? We can't go vertically until we have the ball, otherwise it'll be a flag, okay? So what we're doing then is that this tackle's dropping. We're then going to have these two guys pulling. What we want to do then is that once these two guys pull, we want our running back to follow them through the hole, come around the outside, into grass, and sit. Okay? And once he gets around into the grass and sits, the QB is going to throw him the football. He's then going to turn and shout, go, 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 and try and follow his big fellas up into the secondary. Okay, they can't go until he's shouted go, and we need a big vocal go from our running back. This is something that we practice a lot during pre-season and stuff. Is that we practice our running back catching the football, being vocal with the goal, so our line knows they can then vertically release, go ahead and block somebody. And when you're practicing this and when you're installing this, you need to take time every practice, maybe the last 5-10 minutes with your line, and give your line and your back and that quarterback time to rep it and get comfortable with each other and get that timing down. So when you run it in game, you don't look like a share of shit. Sometimes not everything goes to plan, and we'll talk about that in a little while, how we can get around that. But you want it to be as clean as you possibly can all the time. Now, like I said, in the past, we would have run four straight goal rows to try and get rid of the defense. But we changed that up. We changed that up. I think it was 2016, 15, 16. And basically, our Y or our H, depending on which way around we're running it, we'll run a drag back the backside so that the QB has an outlet if it all goes to shit. Okay? The other thing that we've taught our QB to do is years ago when we did it, we would just drop back vertically and the rush come. Okay? But in the more recent past, we've actually had our QB when he goes back, he fades back to the opposite side where the play's going. So it gives us a more elongated stretch and an elongated window for the running back to see, and it pulls in the defenders towards the quarterback because they're all eager to get their hands on him, and therefore creates more space and more grass for our running back. And you'll see that in a couple of clips where the QB does pull to the one side and draw on the defense. Okay, so if this all gets stuck in a share of shit, our wall should pop up on the side, and our QB can still go ahead and try and hit him from here to here. Okay, on a backside dump off. Okay, doesn't always work. Again, sometimes our tackle might not be able to release. He might the DM might want to crash in. He might not want to give us that outside rush, and we might end up getting tangled in there in the wash and not being able to go. Okay, and when that happens, it's our running back's job to make sure he gets out. It's our running back's job to make sure that he gets out and gets into that space to create room for our running back to see no matter what happens. So if there's a big line up, if they're rushing, if there's a blitz on and our line have to stay in, and we can't get those pullers out, the running back has to know when he's hit that it's being like a few seconds. I've got to get out, got to get that space, force your way out, and make a viewing angle for that QB to throw the ball to you. And then once you get the football, you basically turn it up and you get as vertical as possible. Okay? The same would be this. We'll draw it the other way around, but it's exactly the same thing. Again, the Y and the H routes are something that we evolved over the course of time. They weren't there initially back in 2012-13. They just something that we adapted. And like I said, when we saw Ryan's version of his screen, I did like what he did backside with the receivers. That was something that we were going to try and emulate, but we never got round to it because there's no thingy. Technically not with the team there, so it doesn't matter. But so if we still say the same thing, because the running back is now to the left, the play is going to the left. Okay, so the same thing will apply. He will know his block. Okay, he will know his block. But we want this tackle again. He's near the play side tackle. We want him to allow that DN to rush him on the outside and pressure the quarterback. We want to invite the pressure, but we want it to be in control of that pressure, so to speak. We invited him on, acting like we've got beaten when hopefully we are in control. Okay, so when he does do that, he then drops in, creating that funnel, that lane. Okay, and you're going to use that lane, that funnel, for our pullers. Okay, as I said on the snap, A goal's going to go. Goal's going to go out. Again, they want to stay horizontal as long as possible. So they're probably counting their heads 1,000, 2, 1,000. Okay. And then go. Running back on the snap is going to step into that hole like his pass pro. Once those two pullers go, once the backs of the guard and the centre go, he's then going to take it upon himself to follow those guys through the funnel. Okay, make himself available to the QB, who's hopefully fading away the opposite side like basketball. Okay, giving himself an angle to get to, and then once he catches that football, big vocal go go go, and that allows our running back to. That allows our running back to turn it upfield, get vertical, and then it allows our line to rush upfield, block for him. Okay, and we like the idea of our running back behind big men. Backside, they're locking up, one step vertical set, and again, to alleviate some of that pressure, if it all goes to shit, we've got our height. He literally is running the drag on the heels of the defensive end. So once where that defensive end goes from, he's replacing him and he's dragging him on the back of the D line. We don't want a deep drag. We want somebody who's going to be there for this QB. If the rush is too much, we fail. Our running back stumbles and falls over. Lots of things can happen in the wash. We want an outlet for our quarterback so that he doesn't die or get splattered, and then the game plan is out the window. So we want to answer for it. That was one that we built. That's one that we built in back in end of 2015, and we still use up until 2020. Okay, I'm going to take a few of these things off, and we'll talk about if we're in two back. Well, we don't even have to do that. If we're in two back, let's take this off. If we're in two back, all that would change is that we will bring him down here, and the guy that's not getting the football, okay, all we ask him to do is run a swing or run an arrow, whatever we deem necessary. But I always say swing is the best bet because it gets it out the way and clears them. So let's just say we were still running slow screen to the left with two backs. We would have our height just run a swing. We could send him out on a flash pre-snap and have him go out in motion and make even more vertical stretcher on the defense. Whatever you want to do, there's lots of options that you can do with the backs. But if you want to run slow screen from a two-back set from a pro set, just get that guy out the way. He's running not to be above the play. So the play itself doesn't change, play side. And obviously, if it was the other way around and the height is this side, you just run it the other way. Okay? So it's a real simple play, but it takes time, and it takes timing to get correct. And that's where the importance of repping it and getting used to each other is really important. So what we'll do, we'll change it up now, and we'll go to a couple of clips. Okay? This is the clip from 2015. 2015. This is our first full year at Sandwell. In this clip, there's no drag from the receiver because it was pre that time. But on paper, we want this guard to drop. So this tackle to drop. We want this guard and this centre to pull. We want our running back to fake the inside pass pro, and then pull out and catch the football and get vertical. Okay. We'll watch it through one time. We'll see where we go with it. You can see that we're in our own negative red zone. We're trying to get out there making a first down because I'm pretty sure it's third down right now. We're trying to make a first down and keep ourselves away from any kind of danger. We want to move the sticks and give ourselves room. You can see our little running back popped in his face. You can also see that our big guard there. He's got out straight away. He's a big fella, but he's busted his balls to get out there. Our centre got stuck in the wash. He comes out late. Not his fault, but he's got out there eventually. But technically, we can't wait for that centre. We have to go. But this big man here is giving it all he's got. Our back gets behind him, giving us the block. The receiver's blocking on the outside there. We've got that big man in front of him. We've got a centre coming behind him. We just follow that big man. We get a first down. Watch it again. You see the drop from our play side tackle. He invites that pressure on, which is what we want. Let him go past you, thinking you got him beat. You also so our QB fading away to the opposite side a little bit. Okay. When I'm running back to pop out, you see our line does a great job of popping out. Our big lineman, our running back turns, sits in the grass, gets vocal with it, shouting big go go. You know, when you got big linemen, it can be a struggle to get those guys out there and block for you. So when you see a guy of that size hustling and getting downfield and busting balls for you, that goes a long way, and that's the reason why coaches love their own line because they're busting their balls to make things happen. He gets down there. He's not a small man. He's running hot out. Gets down there, makes it happen, and as you can see, we pick up a first down and we move the chains. Okay. Show you another clip. Okay, this is back in 2015. We're now in pro. Okay, you see we've got a running back there. That will be our H back. We've got a running back here. That will be our R. Again, the same thing applies. He should be letting him go. Our tackle should be letting him go. He should be dropping, inviting that pressure, and we want our play side guard and our centre to pull to the left horizontally, and our running back to follow. In this clip, I would like to see my H back run a swing, unless he's told otherwise. I would like to see him run a swing. Basically, just to clear out the path of anything else. I'm not sure if we run a drag on this or not. I can't remember. We'll take a look at him and see what goes on. Here we do. You can see that drag from our H. Okay. And you can see that we invite the pressure. Our running back pops out, gets some blocks, runs downfield, does what he does, makes some men miss them. We score like a 70 or 580 yard touchdown. A simple play. Okay. Let's take it back. We'll have another look. So you can see that we're in a pro gun set. H is gonna swing away. Y is gonna run the drag because he's the outlet if all goes to shit. Our play side tackle is gonna drop and invite the pressure. The two pulling linemen, they kind of come out late. Our back comes out first. You can see them; they're there. They're already engaged. Our back's popped out. That's okay because they're engaged with somebody. Our running back comes open. Great throw from our QB, right into the running back's hands. You can see that our linemen are still bursting their balls to get towards the sideline and get engaged with somebody. This is what we love to see. Still hustling. They're engaged with people. Our running back's made a man miss, and now he's literally got one of the athletes in space, creating room, and he goes on a little jaunt. You've even got one of the big guys down here, 45 yards, 50 yards downfield, hustling, trying to make plays, and you've got to love that from the alignment. You have to love that effort from the alignment. And that's why coaches love their line. Okay? I'll keep one more time. Drops through, catches the football, pressure from the O line. You can just see our other side tackle coming through, and he's hustling downfield, hustling, trying to get involved in the play, blocking from everyone. There you go. And we score a nice 80-yard touchdown. We'll show one more clip, and this clip, 2016. So it's a year later against a different opponent, different division, but it's most of the same personnel. There's a few changes, but it's same quarterbacks and running backs. Oh, for the most part, same line. A couple of changes. So, but there's not much difference to it. But this is a great angle where you can actually see what the line is supposed to do. So we'll take a look at it. Okay. So you can see that we're on the left hand. So our running back's to the left. So this play is going to the left. So in this case, our H should drag. Okay. Our play side tackle should drop and invite that pressure, and we should get a pull from our guard and a pull from our centre, and our running back should follow them. You can see that our tackle does a great job of inviting that pressure. Okay. You can see that our tackle and our guard and our centre are pulling out. Our running back is popping into space. He's got his head round. You can see right there. We've got two linemen blocking for our running back. He catches the football, secures it. Last couple of people miss. Picks up a first down. You can see there it's fourth down. And we convert that. Watch it again. So all the things that we drew up on paper a little while ago. This is a great example of how it should be run. Great set from our tackle. Our guard and our centre pull. Our running back follows him through the hole. He sits, catches the football, and then uses the O line train to get the required distance to get the first down or whatever we're trying to do. Flip side of this is Hayes is running that a drag, and it's literally on the heels. You can see he's literally on the heels. That drag is on the heels of the defensive end. So it's not a deep drag. It's a short drag on the heels of the defensive end. So if the worst comes to the worst, he's popping out on this side of the line of scrimmage. And you can see as well that on this clip, our QB has faded away to the right, inviting that pressure to the right, creating more a vacuum and more room for our running back to work in. We pick it up, he makes a couple of man miss, he finds the big people downfield, and we get a first down, and we end up scoring. And this was against the Birmingham Bulls defense, who have always been naturally aggressive, and they're big and strong, and we used that against them in this clip to make it work for us. Okay, so just a short video today, guys, but hopefully something that you can take away from it. As always, I appreciate everybody watching and getting involved. But for now, guys, take care. Thank you very much.